Hello, good evening. Hello, teacher. Hello, mates. Can you hear me?
Hello, Jason. How are you? How was your day today?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine, thank you, teacher. My day was very good. In the morning, I made the different works and homeworks, and I made the jobs about the university, and I work in my store video games.
Okay, good. Jason, give me a second. I'm going to open the document for the activity that we are going to work today. And we are going to start. Give me a second, please.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, now yes. So, Jason, today we are going to talk about education. Education. And we are going to talk about some and we are going to talk about as a teacher some situation that could happen in the school or in a university. Yes, that is that we are going to work. Can you tell me before starting with the questions that I sent you through the chat? Can you tell me some two good experience that you remember from the school and two bad experience from your teachers or the school? Remember.
Okay, teacher. Um, I remember one thing, an experience good, a well experience in my life as a student in my high school. I remember um, with the English teacher. Hello, Valeria. Valeria, can you turn off your mic? Thank you. Ah, se escucha mucha interferencia. ¿Ya? Okay. Okay, continue. So, I told in my experience as a student in my high school, I was I had a good experience with my English teacher because uh, she um, she told me everything about the importance to the English and the benefits to learn the English. And in this moment in my life, I consider it was the most important for me because I start to dream uh, for develop my skills in English, and then to I live in my high school. I start to work as a teacher in English, but in this moment I don't working as a teacher. And other thing, other good experience in my high school. I think the companions, um, they was very friendly and lovely with me, and we had a good experience. We enjoy um, all the things that we made in the high school. We dance, we sing, we um, we enjoy every moment uh, in everywhere, and the different um, teachers, they was very friendly with me, and they teach me um, some things about the all the subjects for my develop as a person. Then one bad uh, bad experience for me in the high school or in the study. Mm, no, pues, I think in sometimes I get bad mm, in mathematics in maths. Mm, I had bad experience. I don't understand very well the maths. Mm, but the others subjects I had very well experience. No, no more teacher. I think that's all.
Thanks, Jason. So good at English and not so good at math. Yes, sometimes it's good, it's very good. Is we can remind and we can understand what we are now doing something like teaching English or math or whatever, yes, because the experience that we had in the past. Valeria, welcome to the encounter. How are you? How was your day?
Hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
Yes, Valeria, yes. How are you? How was your day? Tell me about you.
That was very fine. I have to do a lot of things and I have to study a lot. I don't know if you can see me because I don't know. I have some like some problems with the camera and the microphone, and I don't know if it's active or not the camera. I don't know if you in any moment you can hear me. But my day was so great. I was studying a lot. Also, um, no, that was everything. I don't know. I don't do too much today.
Okay, Valeria, don't worry. For the camera, we don't see you. Okay, don't worry for that. Second one, the audio is okay. Just try to check if you can turn off your audio or your mic when you are not talking because interfere a lot with the others' conversation. Okay, just try to do it. We are going to continue. We are going to start this encounter. The question that you have in the chat is the question that are the questions that you are going to answer with your partner. So it means that Jason is going to ask to Valeria, Valeria answer, and then you switch the roles, okay? What are the benefits of the education? How can learning be made more interesting for students? When you were at the school, what was or were the subjects that you were good or bad at that we were talking, Jason? Yeah, so Jason, let's ask to Valeria, Valeria answer, and then ask to Jason. Let's do it.
Okay. Hello, Valeria. And the first question, what are the benefits of the education?
Okay, Jason, I think the benefits of the education are that from the people to be integral people with different knowledge and people that can interact and can develop in different contexts and use all the knowledge acquired to do their job or their activities more successful. The education in Colombia, it isn't so good and have different problems and difficulties because in general the education is bad focus here. So the education has some benefits like make a transferation of knowledge, but have some I don't know how to say that. But education is bad because students doesn't develop skills to apply in the real life knowledge just for the curriculum. Just for the curriculum say that, and so the teachers make activities and make a transferation of knowledge just for the BEA. So that's where I think the educations and their benefits.
Okay, thank you. Uh, the second one question is, how can learning be made more interesting for students?
Okay, the learning be more interesting for students, the classes have to be more dynamic, have to develop different activities to increase the motivation, because that is so important. If a student doesn't have motivation, they are going to do the activities or the tasks with difficulty, and there are transferential knowledge successful. For that is necessary that teachers make some activities more interesting, more dynamic, like plays, games. I don't know. For example, in English, there are a lot of activities like cards, dramatizations, and other plays to increase the motivation and make a transferation of knowledge more successful.
Okay, thank you. The last question, when you were at the school, what was or were the subjects that you were good and bad?
Okay, when I was at school, um, I was in the subject like maths and English. I was very good, but in English in my school, English was so different because focus on grammar and never in speaking and listening. We never talk. We just read, but that was all. When I entered into university, English was so different for me. So when I was in the school, I was good in that. But if I compared the things that I do in the school, that I did in the school, and right now, I think that I never learned something mainly. I was so bad in Spanish, and I don't like it. I didn't like this class, so I never understand anything. And another class was biology and socials, because that classes wasn't interesting for me. For that, I was so bad in those classes and the subjects.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Valeria. for you,
Okay,
Amos.
Jason. Okay. Jason, what are the benefits of the education?
Okay, I think the important education is almost important for the education, the employment problem of our country. It is also essential to improve the trade and commerce and to bring prosperity to our country. However, apart from an improved system of general education, there is a great need for the growth and vocational education. So, besides, I think some advantage of the education. mm, One, education makes us humble. Besides, education creates awareness and expands our vision. We become more aware about ourselves, about the society, about everything that surrounds and affects our life. Mm, Other advantage that I think that education can give us, mm, it helps us develop a disciplined life, and discipline is essential for everything that a person wants to achieve in a life. An educated person commands respect in the society. Education enables us to earn our livelihood. Mm, what what more? The study of computer science, software, and information technology will empower us to make a choice in the field of fast growing in the internet industry. Mm, no, I think that's all.
Okay, Jason. How can learn be made for interesting for students?
So that that question is very important because I think uh, the lessons that the teachers create, uh, the lessons should to be the the most important in the creation in the study in the study, yes. So and the learning can be most interest for the students when the teacher give to the students a lot of things, different things, and different situations in which the students can involve um, in the real life. um, can the student can compare the the learning in the classroom and then can compare this learning in the real life. And besides, I think um, the teacher must the, develop different skills and activities. For example, dancings, and the teacher should to find the different skills to the student is it's involved very well. For example, when a student is a good singer, the teacher should to create different lessons to improve to help to improve these skills about this student. For example, in English, the teacher should to create a lesson for this student. That student should to singer to song in English, or an when a student is a good um, is a good actor. Uh, this is other thing that the teacher should to stay in account and develop different activities and movie theaters in the high school. And now I think the learning is should to be interesting for the students.
Okay, Jason. And the last question. When you were at the school, what was or were the subjects that you were good and bad at?
Mm, when I was in the school, I was very good with the um, physical education. Yes, I like so much this subject, and the English also I like. Mm, and the subject I was bad in math or in science, but in science no more. Mm, I think in the subject the most bad to me is the math.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Today you talk a lot. My God, congratulations! I didn't want to stop because you're so happy talking and talking. Keep talking. So was okay. Very good. Excellent participation. For the next activity, I'm going to share with you the link that we are going to use. With that link, I already shared this link in the last encounter as a part of this one, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to listen and watch one part of the video because the video is so long. Uh, from the minute 6 through 15. Hold on, let me see something here. 4. Yes, I think it's better. From the minute 6:55 to 14, you have the opportunity to see part of the video in which one guy is explaining the grammar information about question tag and other expressions that you can use what. Yes, and in this case, you are going to watch them again just a little fast, and this part exactly from 6:55 to 14, and you are going then to explain me this grammar structure that he said. Okay, it's very quick. The time is the same that you're going to see the video. It's minutes 6:28, and we are going to come back in 4 or 5 minutes because it's no more than this. It's mean 6:33 in 5 minutes. Um, just is to pick up some information or some uh, grammar rules from question tag and the expression what. Okay, so please check again the video, and in 5 minutes we are going to start again with this activity.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, guys, ready? Did you finish? We are going to start like this. Jason, you are going to explain the part of the question tag, and Valeria is going to explain some tips about what, the expression what, how to use it for some situations. Okay, Jason, you are going to start explaining. Remember, you are the teacher, and you are going to explain us through examples. So, the tag question, what?
And
Yes.
teacher, I
How
don't
far
understand the activity. O sea,
is to
I don't
use?
know how to.
Yes. Please check it out because it's the last part and you can see there and then you can explain us. So Jason, let's start with the question tag.
Sorry.
Uh, Teacher, no, excuse me, I don't understand this activity. I don't have to do what to do.
In the video that I shared you have the time to see a guy explaining about question tag. Yes? And you are going to explain us this grammar rule, question tag.
So I start to see about from the 6 and 5 minutes, 6:55 minutes. I start to see the video.
Tell me what do you see during the video?
I see they talk about the quickly speak for yourself, and the girl is taking pictures in the locomotive. mm, what more? She take pictures to the mountain, and and she's relaxing in the hotel. Mm,
There is a part of the video, Jason, in which there is more about the situation. Is about a guy sitting on the floor or something like that, and he's explaining to the girl some grammar rules. Did you see that part?
No, teacher. I don't see that part.
Did you see this video before?
But not completely, teacher.
What about Valeria? Valeria, did you see the part of the question tag?
The question task, no, teacher. I saw in the video in which she goes to other. She takes up a train. So she found a man, and with that man, he makes some questions. And later, when she found his friend, her friend, he asked to her where what is she there, and what is she doing. But I don't see any test. I don't know if you refer to that questions. Is it or isn't?
No, it isn't. It isn't, but it's okay. Don't worry. When we talk about the question tag is when we finish with a question. We say an expression and then we finish with a question tag. This is that we practice, yes, question tag. And in the video is the explaining of that part. Yes, and the expression what is the other part of the video. It's supposed that you already saw this video before the encounter, and just this is refreshing the information to have more time to think about what we are going to do with it. But don't worry, it's okay. So if you didn't do it before because of time, because you are so busy, I understand, and is okay. Don't worry. So we can pass to the other activity, and with this we can continue with the program. Okay. So we have here. I'm going to share with you another link. I hope you can open it. With this link, we are going to listen a short conversation. In that case, it's the same. It's about question tag. And then we are going to practice in pairs the conversation, okay? So please click on the link, and then we are going to practice the conversation as a role play. Raquel, hello, welcome again. And nice to see you again in the encounter. We are going to start with the link that you have there, Raquel. Could you please click on it, listen to the audio or watch the video? And then we are going to practice all together the conversation. So it's no more than 3 minutes. The time is 6:38, and we are going to come back at 6:41. Okay, it's a clear, it's okay. Do you understand the activity?
Yes, teacher. I clear.
Okay, Jason, do you understand?
Teacher, I can hear you.
Jason, please click on the link that you have in the chat. This is another link. You are going to listen the conversation, and then we are going to practice the same conversation, okay? So please click on it and listen.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Do you understand, Jason?
Yes, teacher, I understand, teacher.
Okay, very well. So the time is 3 minutes, so 6:39, and we are going to come back at 6:42.
Already, teacher.
Okay, so we are going to practice the conversation. If you see in the screen, on the screen that you have the conversation below, you have three activities that are in purple, and it says check your grammar. Say gut feel, multiple choice, and then say gut feel typing. Then below you have a link where say worksheets and downloads, and then you have one that says transcript. Please click on it, and this is the script of the conversation that you already listened to. So what we are going to do, we are going to read them. The idea is to emphasize the intonations. Yes, when you have a question tag and you are going to say something that is a question because you're not sure, your way to question it is put your voice louder as a question tag, but it's just affirm the sentences, just you continue with the same intonation of the conversation. We are three, so it's mean that you are going to participate in the same at the same time. So we have Ollie, Sophie, and Daisy. It's mean Jason is going to be Ollie, Valeria, Sophie, and Raquel, Daisy. Okay, and please listen to your partner because you should follow the structure. Remember, I know it's your first time that you're going to read this script, but try to read as a conversation using the pronunciation and the intonation to this kind of activities. Okay, Jason, Oli, Valeria, Sophie, and Raquel, Daisy. Let's start, please.
Teacher, I have a question. Where is the transcription? I can find.
Me too.
I also can find this.
If you see, I repeat again, you have the script, you have the video. If you go up or below, I don't know how to say that, if it's you move your mouse up, find some activities in purple. Yes, you see, we're saying check your grammar. Did you see this part?
No, teacher, I'm looking for it, but I can see.
In the last part of the
Exactly. In the last part of the page, you can
the
find
page.
where say
Check your
transcript.
grammar. Gap fill.
Okay. Yes. And what are the options? Are the first, the second, or the third?
Grammar. Okay.
Did you see
Question track.
check your grammar, get field, multiple choice, get field typing, and then say worksheets and downloads, and then say transcript. Click on transcript. Did you see them?
On transcript. Okay, teacher.
Mm, I can see. Can you
Transcript
tell me?
down. You should to down the
Okay.
page.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I am
Teacher.
Oli.
I can find it.
Yes, and I'm Sophie.
Transcript. Okay.
Okay, entonces, so I am Oli. Entonces, I start. What time is it? Oh, hi, mom. It's a bit early. It isn't it?
Oh yes, I suppose it is. Look, Ollie, I have got to ask you a really huge favor.
Slow down, mom. I'm not awake yet.
Sorry, love. It's just that I've got a bit of a problem. I've broken down.
Hang on. You're in the desert in the middle of Australia, aren't you?
It's not exactly a desert, it's called to outback.
Mom, it's really dangerous to get stuck out there.
It's not so bad, but I need you to find someone in Alice Springs who will come and get me. Tell Tell them that I'm about 2 hours away on the Star Highway, south of Alice. I can look for information because there's no mobile coverage here and I can't get the internet.
So, how are you phoning me?
Oh, my cellular iPhone, of course.
Could you continue reading because my internet is falling, and please do it yours. Please
Okay.
help.
What's going on? Mom, it's trouble, is she? Yes.
No, I'm fine. I've got plenty of good food and water.
But it must be really hot out there.
Oh, we told you not to drive in the outback on your own, didn't we? Listen, you two, I'm absolutely fine. I just need a bit of help with a phone call. These things happen when you travel independently. You can expect to see the world without a few little problems. Oh, I can feel the travel versus tourism lecture coming on. That's enough from you two. Ollie, the satellite number is on the fridge. Give me a call when you've arranged something.
Okay, Mom. Is your phone bill? Keep cool.
I'll try. Bye, loves, and thanks.
I think she might be getting a bit old for this sort of traveling, don't you?
Nah, she'll be okay. She's a lot younger than you or me. I can imagine her doing anything else. Can you? Finished.
You finished,
Very well.
teacher.
Finally, we did. Congratulations. Very good. Excellent. This is the activity for question tag. Yes, we already practice and already know what use them, okay? So now we are going to come back to the topic that we practice, that is about education. For that one, I'm going to give you some expression that you should use it for this participation, for this activity. They are some of them, and give me a second. Yes, we are going to think about traditional education and the modern form to educate. Yes, the modern form to educate. And in this case, we are going to write. Yes, one of you is going to be you are going to be you agree about the traditional education, and the other person is going to be is agree to modern education. We are going to use the expression that you have there and the vocabulary that I'm going to share with you here. Okay, good, finally. So we have here the questions, the expressions. There are some of them. The method of learning used is as learning is more or less effective because is by far the most learning methods is used. Learning can be very because the disadvantage of learning or the advantage of learning is are because students benefit from since learning is not only but it's also. I think that is better worse than because. I personally believe to be more effective than because, and use some vocabulary conservative, convenient, identity, restricted, uniform, conventional, creative, distraction, discipline, limited, and nature. Yes, to work in pairs. I didn't see the Maria is with us. Sorry, Maria. Hello, how are you? We are going to work in pairs. In that case, we can practice in pairs. Valeria and Jason is going to be a couple, and Raquel and Maria the other one. Yes, and you agree about methods outdoors. Okay, outdoors methods. It's been didactic, walk around the nature, etc. Valeria, you agree the traditional methods. Yes, it's a little bit the debate in which you are going to put and describe your position. When you finish, then start Raquel and Maria. So Raquel, you agree about the outdoors methods, and Maria, you agree about the traditional methods. Yes, try to use the expression and the vocabulary, and of course your ideas, your personal ideas. Uh, per each of you, you are going to have no more than 4 minutes to talk about this topic. And we can start right now. Let's do it. Jason and Valerie.
Um,
Okay.
okay, Jason, I like the traditional education because students are more respect and we all have a uniform thinking about the education and it's not like right now that the teacher isn't so important like the times before because students teachers right now are just like a guide and in my times in the last times teacher it was the authority was the person that can use all the learning process and um, tell to students what they have to do and what they haven't to do and why and the education were more based in disciplinary and cognitive process.
Okay. I think the learning is more convenient and is more creative in the outdoors because the students feel very well in the outdoors and they can relation and with the real life here's her learnings and the teacher uh, can improve her skills in different places and in the outdoors can develop different skills to to teach.
No, Jason, you don't convince me because learning is more effective in the traditional education because as students, yes, the creative is so important, but also it's more important the acquire of knowledge. And in the traditional education, the most important is that, for example, in English, we teach to students the grammar rules. For example, in maths, we need more theory than the application because students aren't in a real context. They have to uh, learn the things that they have to know for the next I know the next grade. So for that, I think that learning is more effective in the traditional education because all the students have the same information and we don't lose time depending of the creative or the thinking of the children. We just teach that we have to teach and that was all.
Okay, that's right, but I think the most important to learn, for example, to learn English, is much funny to learn English in outdoors because they can funny and work together with us, with every the students, with every mates, and also they can interact with with the nature, and they can develop the discipline and in different skills, and it's very convenient for different students.
No, Jason, I don't think so. I don't think that the students are more disciplined outdoors because they are so for everybody for every place, and it's more difficult have the concentration of all the students. I think that the education have be more restricting, and we are the teacher. We have to say what the students are going to do and what and how are they going to do it. And I like more the conservative education because yes, outdoors you can promote the creative, but it isn't the same. We need that the students pass the exams, and for that we need that the students have some specific knowledge about the specific topics. So I don't know, but I don't know so convincing of the outdoors education.
Okay, I think besides the student needs different methods for to learn. The traditional method is a good method because in this case the student can learn the grammar and the discipline, but I think they should to explore different situations. They can develop um, your skills about to how to learn in different places, and they
Okay,
can
very
to
good
enjoy.
and good participation, Valeria and Jason. Thanks a lot. Raquel and Maria,
Okay,
let's
teacher.
continue, please.
Okay, Maria. I think that the method of learning using the outdoor is more convenient as traditional methods. I think.
Well, I think you're a little wrong because I think that traditional methods are better than the outdoor method of learning because they have a discipline and maybe they are a little conservative, but with this kind of method, you can find a discipline and it's conventional for the learning of a student.
Yes, I heard we do that, but sometimes it's necessary that the students express their opinions, themselves, no with restraint and conventional methods, because the students need to learn free sometimes, and another time, yes, using the norms inside the a place or in the to the classroom into the classrooms. Um,
Okay, I'm agree with you with that, but sometimes having fun is not necessary if you're going to teach to one student. I mean, they can be distract really easy, and sometimes other method doesn't help because the student is gonna only have fun, is not gonna learn, and he won't care about the education. He just wants to have fun in the moment. So I think it's more necessary to have traditional method in all the school because with this method, the student is gonna learn more easy than just having fun.
but outdoors method is less limited because the student express and the teachers can opportunity to situate the students in a real situations, focus in a moment, using of course the traditional methods as examples, followed uh, some topics that the teachers are creating. But if do you want that the students learn, it's convenient that the teacher use than traditional and outdoor methods.
Well, I'm not sure about that. Studies have demonstrated that sometimes traditional methods are better than other method because yeah, it's really conservative, but and it restrains the identity of the student. But for example, if you teach to a student in English, repeat after me, they're going to start to repeat, and maybe they're going to start to learn how to speak English. English. So it's more easy in that way that just looking for other method than that.
I think that its method is restrictive than the outdoor methods. The students need to. I think that the students feel feel so worried using this method. The students use distractors to 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 do another things. For the reason the traditional method, I think that it's so conservative, less convenient to the students learned. And it's a conventional method. It was used the last time that, to the students learned about one topic. But nowadays the teachers have another things of another methods using, as example, the technology to create and use to the students enjoy the classes and learn more easy the the topics that the student needs to learn.
I mean, I think that every single one of us has passed with traditional method, and I think all we have know well for this method. For example, me, I sorry, I can't with that. For example, our our parents were teacher with this method, and they're really good with this thing. Uh, Personally, I believe that this method is better, and 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 it has a good advantage of learning, because you can easily gonna have a notebook with the repeat and listen and repeat and method, and they're only gonna focus on studies on the sorry of learning that have
Okay, very
that part.
Raquel and Maria. Thank you so much. That is the time enough. So for that reason, I stop and I interrupt. Okay. Thanks. Good participation. Good point. Both of you, I think you have some important arguments that we should understand. Traditional has the positive ways, and also outdoors all have their positive uh, point of view. We have to continue with the other activity. In this time is about the video that you already saw, but you are going to listen and watch again. The link that you have below of the chat is a YouTube about UNICEF. It's about UNICEF and some situations that happen. In that case, we are going to application to the realia. Yes, and while you are watching the video, please answer the questions that you have here. Letter A, according to Paul Martin, what kind of violence have the Colombian people struggled? B, what is the main topic that Mirs Ana Lucia talked in the interview? C, what is the La Escuela Busca al Niño for? D, what was the biggest challenge to that program? And letter E, give your opinion about the video. Okay, the video is like 5 minutes or something like that. I'm gonna give you this time to watch it and answer the question. When you finish, you those questions and you are going to answer. Okay, so let's do it. The time is 7:09, and you're going to come back at 7:14. Let's do it, please.
You're watching UNICEF television. For the past 40 years, Colombia has been a nation in the throes of conflict. Tonight, Monica and Katerina agreed to get with Hannah, but
Okay, guys, I hope you
they will enter the social services program.
see the video.
It works while going to the
And we are going to start with the questions. Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions about the video. They are from letter A to E. Let's start with the first one. Maria, according to Paul Martin, what kind of violence have the Colombian people struggled?
The Colombia people struggle violence in the family, at school, in the streets, organizes violence of criminals and rebel groups.
Great, excellent. Letter B, Valeria. What is the main topic that mirrors Ana Lucia talk in the interview?
The main topics I can see there are two. The first is the education and how the teachers interact, join the children to the schools, and that school supply the needs of that children, taking into account the social and cultural context. And the other main topic is the violence and that are involved all the culture or the people, uh, uh, especially of the less the more poor people. That's the main topic.
Okay, thanks. Letter C. What is La Escuela Busca al Niño for? Jason, can you hear me? Can you answer
Yes, teacher.
letter C? What is La Escuela Busca al Niño for?
Okay. La escuela busca al niño for it means for the childhood don't leave of the to the school because the child shares different situations. For example, the street, the groups, wars, the drugs, and this program it's for this reason, for the child don't search the street.
What was the biggest challenge to that program? Sorry, can you hear me? Raquel, can you hear me?
Okay, answering the question D.
Yes, please. What
I
was the
can
biggest
hear. Okay.
challenge to the program?
Okay, what's the biggest challenge to the program? The organization is looking for that the children always are accompanied with an adult, nor alone at home or when they go outside to the schools or or to that they always are going to the school, no work on the street. It's necessary that the children participate with the activities in the school, no working on the street um, giving coins to other people to satisfy their necessities. For the reason in this case is that the adults are with the children all the time.
Eh, Maria, could you please give your opinion about the video, about the information that the video gives?
It was it was really interesting because it tells us about the violence that Colombia has passed and what the people have do what companies for like organization like UNICEF have held about education. That is one of the most important things that one human being can do. And I think it's really interesting to see the all the things that Colombia has passed and how we face the truth with the with face to face and well I really don't know how to express.
Thanks. Valeria, could you please give me your opinion about the video?
I think that maybe part of the video is true, but not all the people in Colombia are like the description of the video. But a great population, yes, because the poor people have different conditions and difficult conditions to access to the educations, and I think that these these things that are doing are very well and very interesting because um, they are, I don't know how to say that, they are integrated all that population, the students can study and can access to the learning and the education system. I like the project.
And Jason, give me your opinion about the video, please.
Okay, teacher. This video was very impressionant, very impressive because it showed the reality of Colombia and the children who live here, therefore living in such a violent place has many consequences for education in Colombia, and this causes a lot of desertion of the students, and therefore we have results, for example, violence in the children's. They search the street and the drugs and the war groups. Mm, it's very impressionant, this video.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's true. I agree with you, Jason. But it's the real life, and so but for many people in Colombia, and about the education that is so difficult. Eh, to finish this activity, we are going to read a little bit, and then we are going to discuss the topic. The link, the long link that I share with you, starts where say HTTPS books. Yes, don't confuse with the YouTube video. Please click on it, and you are going to find a book. Yes, the name of the book is Reviews of National Policies for Education. We are going to read just a very short part of the book, and I also shared in the chat, on the chat, the pages that you are in charge to read and the topic, just the topic that you are. Yes, for example, Jason, please go to page 144, and you can find in the middle of the page a subtitle which starts profile. Yes, please read just this part, yes, of the reading. You're going to do the same, page 152. The subtitle starts clarifying. Raquel, page 155. The subtitle is using. And Maria, please go to page 135, where the subtitle is learning something. Yes, finish with something else. Of the article, and then you are going to share with us what was the topic about, okay? Because it's so short and it's very fast, I'm going to give you just like 2 minutes to read it and give us some information. 7:25, and we are going to come back at 7:27. Okay, let's do it. 20:28. Let's do it.
No, teacher, my book can't load the page.
You cannot open the link.
The, I already opened the link, teacher, but my internet can't load downloading the page. Se queda
Give
cargando.
Okay, don't worry, Jason, if you couldn't, because I would like to share with you this page, this part of the, but I need to share through mail and quite long time to do it. Don't worry, that is okay. Valeria, you have your part.
Yes, teacher, I read it.
Could you please share with us, very short, like a minute, about that topic that you read?
Yes, teacher. The article say that all the students have to have the same knowledge, acquire the same knowledge, and it's important the government as in what students are going to learn and how to learn, and also it's important the teachers create some strategies and design activities for have a learning process more successful, and that is so important the time because sometimes teachers make the activities but they haven't time necessary to carry out that activities, their strategies, and develop all the topics. That's the article talk about the how the government how to intervene in the learning process of each schools, and how to teachers intervene also in the learning process, uh, offering different tools to students to have a successful learning process.
Excellent, Valeria. Thank you so much. Raquel, can you share with us the topic, your topic?
Okay, the topic is primary and lower secondary education in Colombia. The text talk about the curriculum, how use the textbook or teach the topics to the students into the school, and the talk about the curriculum, how the teacher can use some tools and materials that the students learned, and give some methods that in international level needs that the people or the students passing the time learn about the change of the economy and integrate to the labor market. Found that the educational minister, or to be sure the level in where the students can be classified. It uses we use in Colombia the Saber test, that these groups classify the students in the students in a level of the level of knowledge that in each school in a national level here in Colombia. That's all.
Great, Raquel. Thanks a lot. Maria, can you share also, please, your part?
Um, in Colombia has in Colombia, the basic education system is the autonomy school have over the curriculum. The school is rare to find schools to have a full autonomy over their curricula, but in Colombia, it's a central aspect of its decentralized policy, and regarded crucial to ensure that schools meet the needs of the country's disadvantaged population groups and communities. Eh, A complete standard established criteria to determine whether a student educational institutional or the education system of a whole complex with a common quality expectation in the subject evaluate in the national external assignment. That's all. It's I have a headache, so I can read really well.
Okay, Maria, thanks a lot. Thank you. Jason, could you read or not? Jason, could you read or not? I think he can hear me. Okay, guys. So we finished for this. They are the links for the next one. If you don't have any questions, we finished for today. Remember, we are going to have just 2 more encounters, and with this we finish. This is until encounter number 16. Remember, encounter 16 is gonna be an exam. So the activities that we are going to have that day are gonna be for evaluation. It's an assessment or evaluation, okay? If you don't have any question, we finish. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, and bye-bye.
Hey, teacher, I have
I
a
thank
question.
you.
When is the where is the exam? What day? The next encounter?
We are in encounter 14, and the encounter 16 is the final test.
Okay, and this is the 14 encounter, yes?
Yes, this is encounter 14.
Okay, teacher.
The
Thank you
next
so
week
much. The next week, yes.
on Thursday at 6
Yes.
p.m. at
We
night.
have to review all the topics.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you to everybody. Have a nice night.
You too. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.